What's up, guys? My name is Punk Jews, but a lot of you might know me as Ryan. Today I am playing Kill Confirmed on Resistance. I will be using the MK14 with a red dot sight, using Predator Missile, TAC Helicopter, Pavelow, I believe. I'm not 100% positive, so don't quote me on that. But I am playing Ground War Kill Confirmed, and this was my first game of a pretty decent gaming session that I had when I was at Sean's apartment this past weekend, playing some Xbox on what is definitely a hell of a lot better connection than I currently have available to me at my house. But I should be getting better internet soon, so but that kind of, I guess, has to do with what I'm planning on talking about today. I want to talk about what is it that turns people off from games, or quote-unquote ruins a game. In Modern Warfare 3, I know I have a lot of friends that play this game, and play it just as much, if not as much as me. I meant just as much, if not more. Sorry. But in this game, there's a lot of things that people seem to be ready to say or will be the doom of the game or the downfall of everything about this game. And some of the more popular ones are, oh, the Type 95 is overpowered. Okay, I can see that the Type 95 at its current state definitely seems to be overpowered. I didn't quite know what the exact stats on the gun were, but after watching a recent Lefty643 video about how the Type 95, as per his opinion, needs nerfing, I was unaware that its fire rate was so high. It was near, I think, equal, maybe not exactly equal, but close to that of the P90, which is a submachine gun with much lower bullet damage. So the Type 95 was basically a basically a P90 with 55 damage per bullet, which is a 2-hit kill from nearly any range, 3 from pretty much any range, and 2 in its maximum effectiveness, which I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it doesn't really matter because other than this map, most of the maps in this game are really small. So that's one thing that people say could quote-unquote ruin this game. Another popular concept for the ruination of any game, and this game specifically, is bad spawns. Oh wow, sorry, just really smacked my laptop. The spawns in this game are at best sketchy. Far too often playing any game mode, specifically like any objective-based game or free-for-all, you will, to a reasonable extent, spawn directly behind or in front of whoever killed you. So basically, it's either you're gonna get 2 kills real fast, or you're gonna die 2 times real fast. So it's not the best. Definitely not what you want out of a first-person shooter. You don't want to spawn, run forward, and then die again rapidly, because obviously dying prevents winning and the obtaining of kill streaks, which is how a lot of people have fun, is by getting their kill streaks and just absolutely shooting on the other kids by use of air support and other things. But that's definitely how a lot of people have fun. So if they can't do that because of the spawns, maybe through no fault of their own other than the fact that they killed somebody and died because of it, because they spawned obnoxiously close to them, and a lot of people deem that as not fun, myself included, and the potential to ruin a game. And for me, it's not so much that the spawns themselves would ruin it, it would be the lack of fixing, or like lack of support for the game in general to maybe counteract that, even if not through any direct patches, which they've said are coming. So hopefully those actually do come in a reasonable time, because the game's already been out for a month and nothing positive has been done about the whole issue. Another thing that I would like to see done regarding the spawns is I would like the new maps to be more designed in such a way that the spawning would be more obvious as to where the spawns would be. Because on Black Ops there were a few maps, I'll use Launch as an example because it's perfect for what I'm talking about, where there were 3 or 4 spawn points for each team based on what objective they held in domination, or where they were dying, or where the gunfights were. They were pretty much just the back spawns on either side, and then it was run to the middle, and if if all of those are taken up, you spawn in either corner near the center of the map. So, I mean, why can't we do that on some of the more linear maps? I mean, there's quite a few in this game that are like that, and yet still have consistently bad spawns. Like Interchange is kind of similar to that. It's a very linear map. It's more similar to Rundown, I believe. And Rundown, I pretty much only played Rundown on free-for-all, because for whatever reason it wasn't many people's favorite maps, but pretty much in that map you spawn on either side and run forward, yet for some reason on Interchange you spawn in the middle entirely too often, when it would be so much easier just to spawn in the back, safe and away from enemies, and if they push the spawn, then the spawns should flip like they logically would be designed to do. And then one of the other things that could ruin this game, or that people could say could ruin games in general, is the connection. Because I know I tried playing Homefront, which is a game very similar to Call of Duty, and it was really fun, but I could not get a single good host. I borrowed the game from a friend and played it for probably about 2 or 3 hours, and in that entire span didn't once get any sort of connection that would resemble 4-bar in Call of Duty, or anything else that you would typify as a good connection. So everything was lagging. It was really hard to play based off the lag and nothing else. I mean, it was a really good concept with the whole battle points or whatever, the credit system or whatever it was, that I don't remember what it was called, where you set certain things that you could buy in the middle of the game as kind of like a reward for playing well, and that would like stack up. So say I killed 5 people over the course of like a minute or whatever, and got say 500 battle points or whatever it was for killing them, then I could spend those on like ballistic vests or whatever for my team, or myself. I'm not sure if it was a whole team thing, and I would get more health and everything like that. I don't know the exact details to everything about it, but it was an interesting system, and it definitely could have been a really popular game, but the connection with it was so bad that not as many people played it as probably should have or would have had it had a better connection. And that's another problem that we've seen pretty regularly from Modern Warfare 3. The host system isn't great. The matchmaking system has some flaws because you can only join with people in your local area, so that's kind of flawed. But overall, those are just some things that come to my mind without putting a whole lot of great thought into it about what could potentially ruin a game. Hopefully none of those will be a major part in the breaking of Modern Warfare 3, but I'm running out of time, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a rating if you enjoyed. Peace, guys.